Nothing is working. And that's exactly why you're about to break through. Right now, it feels like absolutely nothing is working. You're waking up early, you're putting in the hours, and you're sacrificing the things everyone else is enjoying yet. When you look at the scoreboard, it's still showing 0. No progress, no visible change, and no reward for your effort. It's a deafening silence that starts to feel a lot like failure. But what if I told you that this exact moment, the frustration, the stagnation, the feeling of being stuck, is actually the most important part of your growth? This is the invisible growth phase, the period where the most powerful transformations in your life are happening right beneath the surface. Even if your external world hasn't caught up yet, you aren't failing. You're compounding. Think about a seed buried deep in the dirt. If you were to walk over that patch of ground, you'd see nothing but brown earth. It looks dead. It looks empty. But underneath that soil, a massive internal shift is happening. The seed is breaking open. Its roots are stretching out to find a foundation, and it's gathering the energy it needs to eventually pierce through the surface. If you dug it up now because you didn't see a green sprout, you'd kill the very thing you've been waiting for. Most of us are doing exactly that with our goals. We misinterpret the delay as defeat. We think that because we can't see the fruit, the work isn't working. But in reality, you are building the root system that will eventually support the weight of your biggest dreams. We live in a world that is obsessed with the reveal. We see the finished product, the viral success, and the massive bank accounts. But we rarely see the years of invisible work that preceded them. We've been conditioned to expect a linear path where every unit of effort results in an immediate unit of reward. But life doesn't work in straight lines. It works in plateaus and breakthroughs. You are currently in the plateau, but that doesn't mean you're standing still. You are accumulating stored potential. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, every time you practice your craft without an audience, and every time you choose discipline over a quick hit of dopamine, you are adding to that reservoir. You are becoming the person who is capable of handling the success you're asking for. The truth is, if you got everything you wanted right now, you'd probably lose it just as fast. The invisible growth phase is a protective mechanism. It's the universe's way of ensuring your character can sustain your calling. It's easy to be motivated when the sun is shining and the results are pouring in, but that's not where winners are made. Winners are forged in the dark, in the moments when nobody is watching, nobody is clapping, and the results are non-existent. This phase is designed to test your resolve and your why. It's stripping away the people who are just chasing a trend and leaving behind the people who are actually building a legacy. When you stop looking for external validation, you start finding internal strength. You have to understand that effort is never wasted. It's just being banked for later. Think of it like heating up a block of ice. If the temperature is 20 degrees and you raise it to 25, nothing happens. You raise it to 30, still nothing. From the outside, it looks like you've done a lot of work for no result, but then you hit 32 degrees. Suddenly, the ice begins to melt. Was it that 1 degree that did the work? No, it was the cumulative energy of every degree that came before it. You are currently at 30 degrees. You are so close to the melting point, but if you stop now, you'll never see the breakthrough. You'll walk away thinking the heat didn't work, when in reality, you are just moments away from a total transformation. This is why your mindset during this period is everything. If you view this silence as a sign to quit, you prove that you weren't ready for the finish line. But if you view it as a period of preparation, you become dangerous. You stop asking, why? Isn't this working? And you start asking, what is this phase teaching me? Maybe it's teaching you patience. Maybe it's refining your skills. Maybe it's forcing you to get organized. Whatever it is, trust that the silence is productive. You are being shaped into a version of yourself that can handle the pressure of the spotlight. You are being refined so that when you finally do break through the surface, you don't just bloom for a day, you stay standing for a lifetime. The most dangerous thing you can do right now is mistake a lack of visibility for a lack of progress. We are obsessed with the ping of a notification, the ding of a sale, or the like on a post because they give us a hit of dopamine that tells us we are winning. But real, sustainable growth is quiet. It doesn't come with a soundtrack or a cheering section. It's the gritty, unglamorous work of repeating the same boring habits over and over again while the world seems to ignore you. This is where the separation happens. This is where the amateurs are filtered out from the professionals. Most people are interest-driven. They work when they feel inspired. But the elite are purpose-driven. They work because it's who they are, regardless of how they feel. When you are in this invisible phase, your greatest enemy isn't your competition. It's your own internal narrative. Your brain is wired for survival, not for long-term greatness. It wants to conserve energy, and when it sees you pouring energy into a void with no immediate return, it starts sending you signals to stop. It tells you that you're wasting your time, that you're not talented enough, or that the market is too crowded. It tries to save you from the pain of effort without reward. But you have to learn to talk back to that voice. You have to understand that your brain is lying to you to keep you safe in your comfort zone. The discomfort you feel right now is actually the sensation of your old self dying to make room for the person you are becoming. This is the science of the Plateau of Latent Potential. Imagine you are building a massive skyscraper for the first several months. All the work happens underground. You're digging a hole, pouring concrete, and reinforcing steel. From the street level, it looks like a construction site where nothing is happening. In fact, it looks like a step backward because there's just a giant hole in the ground where there used to be flat land. But without that deep, invisible foundation, the building would collapse the moment it faced a strong wind. Your current plateau is your foundation. You are digging deep so that when your success finally rises, it has the structural integrity to stand tall. If you rush the process and try to build on the surface, you'll be a one-hit wonder who disappears as fast as they arrived in this phase. Consistency is your only currency. Motivation is a fair weather friend. It's there when things are exciting, but it vanishes when the grind gets heavy. Discipline, however, is the partner that stays. Discipline is the ability to honor the promises you made to yourself long after the mood you said them in has left you. It's about showing up to the gym when your muscles ache, writing the page when your mind is blank, and making the calls when your ego is bruised. You aren't just working on your project. You are working on your character. You are proving to yourself that you are the kind of person who finishes what they start. That self-trust is worth more than any viral moment, because once you have it, nobody can take it away from you. Stop looking at the clock and start looking at the compass. Are you moving in the right direction? If the answer is yes, then the timing doesn't matter. The universe doesn't operate on your calendar. It operates on your readiness. Every failed attempt is actually a data point. Every quiet month is a chance to refine your strategy. You are gathering the intel you need to dominate once the gates finally open. Think of it as a slingshot effect. The further back you are pulled, and the longer the tension is held, the faster and further you will fly when you are finally released. The tension you feel right now isn't there to break you. It's there to propel you. You aren't stuck. You are being positioned. We often look at successful people and call them lucky or overnight successes. But that's just a shortcut our brains use to avoid the reality of the work. If we admit they worked for years in silence, and we have, to admit that we could do the same, and that's a scary responsibility. When you see someone blow up, what you are actually seeing is the moment their internal growth finally intersected with external opportunity. The opportunity was always there, but they had to spend months or years becoming the person who was ready to seize it. You are in that becoming stage right now. Don't resent the wait. Respect it. It's the forge that is turning your iron into steel. One day, without warning, the ground will crack. All that pressure you've been feeling, all that silent effort you've been pouring into the dark, will finally find its way to the surface. To everyone else, it will look like a sudden explosion of luck. They'll see the new subscribers, the skyrocketing revenue, or the sudden mastery of your craft, and call you an overnight success. But they weren't there for the 4 a.m. sessions. They didn't see the months where you spoke to an empty room, or the weeks you spent questioning if you were even cut out for this. They only see the bloom. They never see the root. And that's okay. The breakthrough isn't for them. It's the natural result of a process that you refuse to quit. When that breakthrough happens, you'll realize that the invisible growth phase wasn't a delay at all. It was a requirement. You needed that. Time to build the mental toughness to handle the critics. You needed those quiet months to fail privately so you could succeed publicly. If the spotlight had hit you any sooner, it would have blinded you. But because you stayed in the dark until you were ready, you now have the vision to lead. The sudden surge of success won't change who you are. It will simply reveal who you became during the struggle. You didn't just reach the goal. You became the person capable of staying there. So, if you're sitting in that silence right now, wondering when it's your turn, keep going. The fact that nothing is working is the exact sign that something massive is being prepared. Stop looking for the fruit and start focusing on the roots. Trust the compounding interest of your daily habits. Your work is not being ignored. It's being collected. The universe is keeping an accurate tally of every sacrifice you make. And when The time is right. It pays out with interest. Don't let a temporary lack of results talk you out of a permanent transformation. Remember, seeds don't grow where people can see them. They grow in the dark, under the weight of the earth, until the very moment they break through. You aren't buried, you're planted. And very soon, the whole world is going to see exactly what you've been building. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, and most importantly, stay in the game. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. You're not buried, you're planted. And when you rise, nobody will understand how fast it happened.